Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Bonnets and Pillow Talk with me, the host, Miss Fuzzo. Today is actually day 67 of 75 of the 75 Hard Challenge. Yesterday was so rough, I thought it was day 67. Today is actually day 67 of the 75 Hard Challenge. I hope you're well and having a beautiful day. I'm going to quickly go through the breakdown of the day and then end with a little reflection of the day. So for 75 hard, I'm doing intermittent fasting for my diet, fasting for 16 hours and eating for 8. And my 8-hour eating window is between 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. I think I'm going to keep that going forward. I'm really enjoying intermittent fasting. It gives me a little bit of structure, especially with work. It gives me like something to look forward to. So I like peg my day based on my lunch, which I'm really enjoying. Speaking of lunch, I take my first 45-minute workout during my lunch break, and that's what I've been doing. So I had my first 45-minute workout during lunch and then my second 45-minute workout straight after work. I also drink a gallon of water every day. Today I finished my water around 6 p.m. It's usual for weekdays. Usually when I'm at work, I'm not trying to drink a lot of water because I'm not trying to be that babe who's going to the bathroom like 50 million times at work. So yeah, I finished my water around that time. And then I read the 10 pages of the nonfiction book. I'm reading The Mountain Is You. I read that in the morning on my way to work. It's a bit of a commute, so it just makes sense for me to do the 10 pages on my way to work. And then last but not least, I will do my 30 minutes of Bible time just before I go to bed. And that was day 67. And honestly, my reflection of the day is just based on yesterday. Yesterday, I felt like my world was crumbling and everything was going wrong. And honestly, when I sat down and really like looked back, I realized it's actually not that bad. And I think sometimes my brain can tell me, or my feelings in the moment can make me feel, it feels so huge. It feels like I can't manage it, but there are things that I can manage and there are things that are in my control. And when I take account of the things that I can control, I realize actually the problem is actually more manageable than I thought initially. This week has been an emotional roller coaster. There have been so many things that I have been avoiding doing, just adulting things that I've been avoiding doing, that have all kind of like come to this like standstill because there was something I really needed to do, a big adulting thing I needed to do. And because I had been negligent of all the other little bits and pieces, I've had to kind of like rush through the process and get things running just like krish crash, and it's very disorganized and I don't want to run my life like that. And I think yesterday was just my body telling me, hey girl, we need new routines, we need to revisit our routine because we're starting to burn out. And today actually it helped that I slept early last night. Today I'm sleeping late because of Bridgerton. It was the highlight of my day. But I just feel like after really reflecting yesterday and sitting down and thinking, I realized there were more things that are in my control. Now that I've actually gone through the whole process and I've sat down and decided I want to regroup and re-strategize, I think it's making me realize like I just need to get my ducks in a row. I need to make a list of all the things that need to be done. And even though they feel very challenging, I will be so much more like I'll be so grateful to my future. My future self will be so grateful because I need to do these things for the future to be the way that I want it to be. So I think I'm just learning the importance of adulting. I think life isn't always easy, and the easy things aren't always like the things that we want to do. And I think sometimes you just have to be intentional about doing those little things that you don't want to do, because those little things, when they pile up, they stop the big things from happening when you actually need them to happen. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of just reflecting on. I'm realizing a lot about my life. I am really glad that I'm in a space now where I can identify like burnout is coming before it actually arrives, because there was a time where I would burn myself to a crisp and then just arrive at burnout and be like, how did we get here? How did we arrive? I don't know how we got here. What? Yeah, no, we're not like that anymore. I usually can feel it. I can feel it on the top of my skin, like symptoms within my body. I can feel it even in my, like, the way I think, the way I talk to myself. I can hear it in the way that I talk to myself, that we're starting to go somewhere we don't want to go. So yeah, I'm just really glad, I'm learning a lot about myself. And I think the 20s are the time that you develop yourself and you grow yourself and you get to understand yourself a little bit more. And I think because I've kind of gone through that, like, quarter life crisis that you get at like 25, 26. Let me know if you've actually had that, hey? Because I've gone through that little quarter life crisis, I think I'm kind of going through a season of, like, almost, it feels like a rebrand. Like, I'm trying to get to know myself. I'm trying to reestablish who I am, get to discover what I actually really like as an adult. Not the things I used to like as a teenager, but like as an adult, what do I like? What do I enjoy? Who do I want to be? I just want to re-strategize. I'm not afraid to ask myself the hard questions, and I want to make sure that I continue to do that for myself. It's really healthy, and I'm seeing the results now by being able to spot things like burnout before I get to the point of, like, no return. I'm really proud of myself. And yesterday was rough, but today was so much better. I still had the same amount of stressors, I would say, but I had enough time to get out of the situation that I think it just helped me to be like, okay, come on, let's regroup, let's re-strategize, let's speak what we need to speak, let's say whatever we need to say, and then the rest, the things that are not in our control, we let go and let God. Whatever happens, happens, and then we move on. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. We'll see what happens. Life is lifing. I'm excited. I am very happy to be going into, like, the last 2 weeks. Is it the last 2 weeks of this challenge? I'm really excited. I can't wait for just to be able to have, like, freedom again. Not that I don't have freedom, but I don't have freedom, y'all. Like, my life is very, like, like, every day of my life is, like, timed. It's making me very organized. To be fair, I want to keep some of these things. Like, for sure, I want to make sure I'm drinking that water. I want to make sure I'm doing at least a 45-minute workout. I don't know about 2, because 2 is a lot, but I think I could probably do at least one 45-minute workout outside. I want to read 10 pages of a book, but I don't want it to be a non-fiction book, because low-key, I kind of want to read the Bridgerton book series again. I just rewatched the whole, from season 1 to season 3, episode 4. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I want to go back and read the book again. So I definitely want to keep things like that and keep the 30 minutes of Bible time. I don't know if I'm going to keep intermittent fasting, but I have really enjoyed having that structure around. So yeah, that's been my day. That's the challenge so far. I'll see you tomorrow for day 68. Actually, before I go, my question of the day for you is, if you are past the age of 23, if you're 23 and older, have you had a quarter life crisis? Like 24, 25, 26, 27, maybe 28, 29. But, like, that's, like, stretching it a little bit, I think. But, like, I feel like quarter life crisis, like 20, 23, 34, 35, 36, something happens there. And you kind of feel like you're not the same person that you were. You feel like you don't know what you're doing with your life. You feel like, the world is, like, everyone is going and everybody knows what they're doing and you don't know what you're doing. It just feels like the world is crumbling and you don't know what the frick is going on. At least that's how it felt for me. So let me know if you feel like you've had a quarter life crisis, if you're 23 and above, or if you're younger, if you feel like you had it early, like a don't take me seriously. I can't even take myself seriously. I was gonna call it like a pre-quarter life crisis, like what's a smaller quarter? No, let's just leave it there. Have you had a quarter life crisis, Or have you had a midlife crisis? Because I know I have like older people on the channel too. Have you had a quarter life crisis? Have you had a midlife crisis? Have you had, is this such thing as a 3/4 life crisis? I'm sorry. I really hope this does not offend anybody, but I mean, oh Lord Jesus. I might have to cut this out. Okay. This is no offense. I kind of want to know. I'm curious. If you know the correct terminology, I'm not afraid to be corrected. So please correct me down in the description below. If you've had any of those crises throughout your life, let me know. And maybe just take a moment to think about it for yourself as well, and just ask yourself, have I had a quarter life crisis? Am I in a quarter life crisis? Maybe you need to do a quick Google search. I'll leave like a little like definition in the description if you want to check it out, and also I'll leave the link to the book in the description as well. Anyways, I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you. I appreciate you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow for another day of the 75 Hard Challenge. I have been your host, Miss Fuzzo, and this has been Bonnets and Pillow Talk with me. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.